Hello, 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 and happy Monday, everybody. Welcome to my live. I am Creative Sarah, and this is my studio. We are gonna play with resin today. This is the resin and the hardener. We're gonna play. I'm gonna teach you just a little bit about it, and we are gonna create some really cool 3D hearts. And just because I happen to have these, we're going to do some snowflake ornaments. These are 50% off right now. So what a great thing to grab now at 50% off. And when you get them, you can create them or do a whole fun family project and create some of these fun things for next year's Christmas tree. All right, let's get going. I want to make sure I can see everything on the computer. Hi, Marilyn. Hi, Melissa. Hi, Granny Curtis. Hey, Deb. Hi, Angie. Well, hope you guys are having a fabulous Monday, and I hope all your shopping is done. I'm going to do one quick shout out. Really quickly. Okay. There we go. All right. How are we doing? Hey, Kimberly. Hobbling Queen. Okay, resin, and more resin. The first thing we have to do is mix our resin, and we'll be stirring it for a few minutes. So let's get it started. I'm gonna go ahead and take you down to this view. I may want to zoom in a bit. I will bring this into view. This is just my stirring mechanism for you guys. When I'm live, it's really annoying to have to stir for 5 minutes. And so we're gonna put it on an automatic stirrer. So I just found this on Amazon. It's like a stir tool, and then it has this nice stand that will hold my cup, and it will just kind of stir for 5 minutes. Okay, so the first thing you need to know about this resin is that you need to mix equal parts of the resin and the hardener for 5 minutes, and you want to try to get all of the bubbles out. And so that's what we're going to do, equal parts. Now, I have this measuring cup that has ounces on here. I don't know how many ounces are going to fit into each one of these molds. So I'm just going to kind of mix up however much I think will fit, and we'll figure it out as we go. How does that sound? All right, so on the side of my cup, I've got ounces. This goes all the way up to 8 ounces. Each of these containers holds 8 ounces. So mixed together, you will have 16 ounces of resin. So we're only going to do, I don't even know if I should do, well, let's do a whole cup. I'll mix a whole cup. So that means I'm going to put 4 ounces of resin and 4 ounces of hardener. And so I'm just going to pour this until it hits the line of the 4 ounces. And then I'll do the same for the hardener. The resin is very thick, so you got to kind of give it some time to get in there. Hopefully I have 4 ounces in here. I should. looks like we are almost to the line. And we are there. We are to the line. So I'm going to go ahead and stop. And I'm going to go ahead and put this on. As long as you are keeping this sealed and separate from the hardener. Oh my gosh. A stupid bug. It stays quite nicely. I may have a little bit. All right, now I'm at 4 ounces. I'm going to go ahead and fill it up to 8 ounces with the hardener. This pours a little quicker than the resin does. Just gonna watch. When I get real close, I'm gonna stop right there. Okay. Good deal. And then I should have about the same amount left. I have about 1 ounce left in each container. Now, this needs to stir and mix. So I'm actually going to put my little mixer in and turn it on. And you definitely need to hold. Oops, I've got it going a little too fast for my liking. But it is mixing. And I need to bring this down a little. There we go. All right. So it's mixing, and we do this for 5 minutes. And apparently this has AI where, I don't know, it knows. And it goes forward and backward. So it goes in different directions. There, I wanted it to go a little slower. Oh, Kathy, you know what? It's funny because I've never really worn gloves to do this. But I will put on gloves since you reminded me. I've also never really, we're gonna just knock on wood if I say that, had issues with it. One thing I will tell you, when you're doing this, you need to do it on a completely flat surface because you don't want to have to move your molds, especially these are okay because they're smaller, but you don't want to have to move your molds if they're bigger or if they're pretty flat from one surface to another, and you need to leave it sit for 24 hours, at least 24 hours. So I'm going to do it, and I'm on a hard wooden surface, and so this should be fine. I'm going to go ahead and bring this up and kind of circle it around. So that I'm kind of getting all of the things. And it's just gonna mix there while we chit chat. I got my gloves. So you guys, today's keyword is Resin, R-E-S-I-N. That's all you have to put in the comments. And we're going to play a little bit. We're going to do the hearts and snowflakes, and I'm going to be doing some add-ins on some, and maybe I'll do one where we can add a little bit of color to it. That might be fun. I have glitters, and I have beads, and I have confetti, all sorts of fun things to add in to our, I'll show you here. We've got some color things here. I've got some beads here. I found all sorts of things at the Dollar Tree. All sorts of colors, little confettis. I have some glitter. I have sequins. All sorts of stuff. Okay. I think it's been about 5 minutes. So I'm going to go ahead and turn it off. And then what I'm going to do, it's going to drip off of here. So I'm going to bring this down, and I'm literally going to put my little snowflake over there. And I'm just going to hang this back up. And let it drip down onto that, because I don't want to be wasteful. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're going to pour about halfway into this mold. And when I get about halfway, I'm going to stop. And I'm going to let it kind of sit. And then I'm going to add some of my things. Because then I'm going to fill in more stuff after that. So I've done about halfway on both, and I've used about 2 ounces. All right, so here you can see that it is, we've got it in there, and I'm gonna make this one, I'm gonna put some of these fun, oh, there's pink, there's a little green, just a couple, and a couple of these like light blue confetti. I guess I'm calling them confetti. And then at the same time that I'm adding that into this one, I'm going to get some glitter. And let's see. How do I want to do this? I'm going to grab a little, because I don't want a lot. So I'm just going to, oh, there, that looks really good. I'm just kind of, now, let me show you kind of what that looks like. Just some fun. I'm going to go ahead and take a little of this glitter. Now this glitter is called Ultra Fine Crystal Diamond. Okay. It is just cheap, like It's not expensive glitter. I think I got it from one of the major craft supply stores. In this one, I think we'll do, I'm gonna do some of these sequins. They're kind of like a hot pink color. You can do dried flowers. I have all kinds of dried flowers. I'm just going to use my trying to spread it all over. So I'm using my tweezers to like pull a couple out and get in there. Do a couple more. Okay. That looks good. So a little bit different color. I think I'm gonna add a couple silver. Not a ton, but a little less than the pink, but just to give it a little flair. Here's what that looks like. There's pink and silver there. And then I'm gonna fill up the rest. You have to kind of, you could let it, okay, this is perfect. You could let it literally sit and harden a little bit and then fill the rest. And I'm done. Oh boy, this takes a lot more than I thought it was going to be honest. It's fun though. Okay. So these, all right, so I did both of them and I used a total of 5 ounces. Okay. Total of 5 ounces. They are done. They are filled to the brim. It looks really cool. Kind of want to separate some of these. If you want to put any more in there, now would be your chance to do that. Okay, I need a paper towel. And I have one little drip right there. Okay. Now I'm going to scooch these over. And I'm going to take this, I'm going to clean this off in my water and just kind of wipe it clean. I'm going to use some paper towel. While I'm doing this, you can comment the keyword, which is resin. And when you do that, I am going to send you a message with a link where you can get all the project supplies for this project, as well as you'll get, yeah, water is silly. You don't need water to clean this off. You just need to wipe it clean. You get all the project supplies for this, which includes 2 bottles of the resin, 1 bottle of the resin, 1 bottle of hardener. You're going to get the heart molds, and you're going to get a 4-pack of the snowflake molds for 50% off. So that is on sale right now with our end of year clearance sale. Now, we're gonna do a couple snowflakes, I think. I think I have enough resin for a couple snowflakes. All right, this is clean. We're gonna pull this down and I'm gonna move that out of the way. Okay. Hi, Sue. Hi, Ruth. Welcome. Hi, Rena. Hi, Wanda. Okay, so here's what we're gonna do. For this, I'm gonna do one that is, make sure I have enough. I'm gonna do one that does have some of my glitter, but we're gonna do the next one. We're gonna color it. And so, this is, again, I had a little bit of that glitter in there, remember, because it was kind of dripping down. I'm gonna start adding more glitter here, or more resin. We'll see what it takes to fill this. It is pretty full, almost all the way full. Okay, so that was about an ounce. I'm gonna scooch it over and let's add some color to this. And I'm gonna use some of my, I'm gonna take some Shimmer Frost, and here's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna add just a tiny bit in there, and I'm gonna use a popsicle stick to stir this, okay? And I'm just gonna take, like, I don't know, probably this, that might be too much, I don't even know. And I'm just going to start mixing this in. Look at how cool. You can leave it marbled like that and it will be really cool, but I'm just gonna start mixing this in with my popsicle stick, okay? And so it's gonna kind of be a kind of a shimmery, cloudy color, okay? You see how that is turning into kind of a cloudy color instead of perfectly clear. But oh, that shimmer from the Shimmer Frost is gorgeous. The shimmer that's already built into this color. So you can take any color and you probably could make it shimmery if you wanted. I do, because these are snowflakes. All right, so that looks really good. I'm gonna go ahead and fill this snowflake up with the shimmery color. Let that and if I have enough for one more, and I don't think I do, might be able to do half. Okay. Well, I've got about an ounce left. I was thinking I could mix in some other things into this. Since we're doing snowflakes, I could mix in some blue sequins, okay? And then some blue those are light blue, kind of a teal blue. And then we'll do some dark blue. Now, I'm just gonna take this and really mix this up. Instead of adding it just directly to my mold, I just thought I would mix it in here. I think that will be cool. We'll see how it pours, okay? Just gonna kind of pour this along. You can scrape the sides of your cup, it will help. I'm just trying, what I need is like a little spatula. That would help too. So every little bit is going in. I'm just being pretty meticulous because we are at the bottom of the barrel and okay, it's almost full. It's not quite to the top, but I think it will be. The one thing you need to look at is make sure that it is it's covering the hole where that is, where the ornament will like hang from. Oh my gosh, I probably could use a tiny bit more on this one. However, I don't have it. The rest of these are looking really good. And the sad part, you guys, is that we have to wait 24 hours to see this. To wait 24 hours. And I wish I would have. Well, here's the reason. Okay, I wish I would have. I just got this in the mail today. And I wanted to share with you because it's so much fun to create with the resin. I do not, here are the top questions people ask me. Does it smell? This does not smell to me. I do not, like, to me, there are no fumes. Like, I haven't had anything. Hi, Christy. Hi, Jane. Hi, Sue. Hi, Wanda. Okay. But let me know if you have questions. I'm going to set this over here. So all of this, you can kind of see. I'm going to clean up. I'm going to clean up my resin spills right there. I need my you know, the sky's the limit when you're doing resin, because you can put all kinds of things in there. So this one is clear with the crystal, what was it called? Crystal diamond glitter. This one has shimmer frost paste mixed in, and this one has shimmer frost paste and blue sequins and other things. These two just have, so the 3D hearts, I really want to see them clear because I want it to like resemble like a paperweight or something that's clear like that. But the sky is the limit when it comes to, oh, you don't want to do that. Uh-oh. I accidentally, there we go. There we go. Okay. Looks good. On your hearts, you are going to have a side that is flat, and that will be the part where it will sit on your table or wherever you're going to have it sit. And then the rest will be like that 3D smooth heart shape. So I'm just cleaning up around here. Okay. So then I toss that. I'll toss my gloves and everything, and we're just going to let this kind of be for 24 hours. Hi, Charlene. Have you guys used resin before? I'm real curious if you have used resin, if you have not used resin, like what's your I don't know, your experience with resin. I ordered some different beads, and I have some really pretty like pressed florals to do with some of them, because I think that will be really fun. I also have the bookmarks. I would like to use the bookmarks and do some of the 24-hour resin. I have found, so we have two types of resin. One is a quick setting UV resin, but it's pretty particular. You have to have a UV light on it or have it outside in like the desert sun, not Michigan sun. And if it's too thick or if things are in it, it doesn't set well. Like it just won't work. So it's a little more particular than this. This resin with the two parts actually to me is way easier. Yes, you have to wait 24 hours to like check it out, but I think it's worth the wait. I really do. And I will come back. Charlene, you haven't used it before. This is really easy to use. Hi, Manuela. So what I would say is, don't be afraid. I actually, you know, I learned kind of on my own. I know that you mix half and half. I watched some videos to teach myself, and this is what I've learned. You can get as creative as you want. You can do half and half. You can do half, set it, like let it go for 12 to 24 hours, whatever. Add things to it that will be in the middle, and then add more over top and wait another 12, 24 hours, like however you want. There are really cool things that you can do with it. And sometimes you'll get a bubble and you want to pop that bubble. I'm just looking. Okay. I'm going to be excited for tomorrow. I'm going to be excited for tomorrow. You'll have to come back here tomorrow. Use the UV on jewelry. That probably is way easier to do than with the mixed on jewelry because it's smaller pieces and it's not as thick. And so it probably will set really well. I have not used it on jewelry, but I have seen, I know what you're talking about. Can you put a picture in it? Yes, you can. You absolutely can. And what I would do, which that's a really good idea. I only bought one of the heart molds, but tomorrow when I open it up, maybe we can do that. I could get a picture and like cut it out in the shape of a heart. But what I would prefer to do is to do the resin halfway and let it harden. Put your photo in, then pour more in on top and then let it set. I think that would be the best way to do a photo to keep it where you want it. I think that's a really good idea though, on the heart. Oh, put a photo in it. That would be so fun. Today's keyword is resin. So if you haven't typed that in, you can type that in. You've used both resins and had nice results from this type and no luck with the UV. I had some luck with the UV and I was very excited, and then I used it for other things and then had bad luck. So I was like, I think Marilyn has definitely found like the niche of where the UV resin is best when we use it on very thin projects, not thick stuff, for sure. Got my bird cage from the Whatnot sale. Oh, yay, Christy. Awesome. I'm so glad you love it. I love that one. There are certain projects they have that I always love. That's how you would do a picture. Okay. Marilyn seems to be our resident expert. Thank you, Marilyn, for all of your advice here. Sweet. I'm going to click on this so that I can see better. Oh, there we go. Awesome. Well, okay. So, if you have any other questions, go ahead and put them in the comments. Otherwise, I'm going to get cleaning up. So I'm finally done shopping. I don't know about you guys, but I'm finally done. And all I have to do is finish wrapping. Maybe I'll do that tonight. We had to gate off our Christmas tree because that darn rascal Copper is destroyed. He didn't destroy the present. He destroyed the gift wrapping and everything. I need to rewrap a gift. And he is like chewing on our tree. Anything, this Copper is obsessed with wood. And I have a lot of like wood baskets, I have a wooden weaved Christmas, what do you call them? Like, I don't know, skirt. It's not really a skirt, but it's a skirt. And the little rascal chewing on everything. So all my baskets are now up on tables. I'm not used to this. Bruno's like an amazing, well-behaved dog. He doesn't chew on any of our stuff. He did when he was little, like teething. And so I'm hoping that that rascal Copper is just going through a stage and he's not going to chew on everything forever. Start learning resin, Pamela. This is super fun, and I use the molds. The molds are the easiest. I haven't done free pouring or anything like that. I haven't made like trays or anything like that yet. I think would be so fun, but I need to like have it set up so that it's not like a horrible mess all over the place. That's the only thing with resin that I like worry about. But these molds are fun. So you're gonna have to come back here tomorrow. I will do a shout out on my channel. If you don't have my channel, if you're not on my broadcast channel, let me put it in the comments for you and you can join my oops, I haven't done. I'll put it in here. This is my broadcast channel. If you click on that and join it, I send out broadcasts when I go live, and then you'll get a notification. Otherwise, it's so hit and miss with notifications these days on when people go live, especially because I go live using a third-party app so that I can stream to different places and have two cameras. And so Facebook treats it differently, and it doesn't give notifications all the time. Am I online every day? Every day on this page where you are watching right now. Yes. At different times though, not all at the same time, not always at 8:00 p.m. Eastern time. Mondays are my late nights to go live. But you can follow this page and you can always watch replays if you miss me live. But I'm live in the mornings, and I do skincare and makeup tutorials. And then in the afternoons and evenings, I do DIY projects. So everything creative that you can imagine, I am into and I do. So you can also join my free DIY and crafting group. If you comment the keyword, there will be a link in there for that. You'll get more ideas, inspiration, and then insider information in that group. Oh, Ruth, I bet it's amazing. I bet. Oh, that's like more talent than I have not practiced a lot of resin. I've just done the molds. These are small, easy to try, the hearts and the snowflakes. I have done some bigger ones. I have done some trays. The trays are pretty simple and cute, and I really enjoyed doing those. I made a bunch of those last year at this time, and I did I had an epic fail once trying to do a larger tray, but it's because I moved it. This is what I'm telling you, don't move it. Once you pour it, leave it there. Make sure you start on a solid flat surface and then leave it there for your 24 hours. Don't try to move it like I did. I like dumped it. It was awful. I like dumped it. I was so stressed. It was bad. It was very bad. Okay. Yes, Christy. Copper is a little toddler, and yes, he is naughty and he gets into things And he gave Aaron a run for his money today, literally 30-minute run outside trying to catch him. I say, that's your fault for not putting him on a leash. He's like, he doesn't go to the bathroom when I put him on a leash. I'm like, well, like, I don't know what to tell you, but when we trained Bruno, he was on a leash every time we took him outside. We live in a different house now. So, and we are used to Bruno, who is 4 years old and trained 100%. He's not like, I don't know. He's not thinking when it comes to this. Oh, there's another trick. Let me show you, because I was just noticing. You can use heat if you're getting bubbles. This doesn't have bubbles. This one might have a few. This has some bubbles. So you can use some heat and it literally dissipates those bubbles. I'm just watching them pop. Like, it is so cool. I don't know if you can see. But I'm just kind of holding it. There were hundreds of bubbles here a few minutes ago. And then as I added this heat, which is a very light air, now there's like no bubbles. This one has some bubbles. I don't know how this one is going to go because it's not filled all the way. And there are a few bubbles. There are a few bubbles in this. I'm just going to dissolve those bubbles real quickly right now. There we go. Looks like we got all the bubbles out. That's just my heat tool that I was using. It's a heat tool. So that helps with bubbles. They kind of settle and like bubble up to the surface, and then you put that heat on and they pop. So that is another. Thank you, Pamela. Yeah, I'm hoping this will be awesome tomorrow. So, all right, come back tomorrow. Check my page and I will give you a timeline. So we're doing, this is so funny. We're doing 2 churches for Christmas. Our church is Christmas Eve Mass, but we're going to our friend's church tomorrow at 2 or 2:30 or so. So I don't know. And it's gonna have to be in the evening. So catch me, come back here. It's gonna be nighttime because we gotta go wait 24 hours for this. So I will put a message on my page. I'll put like a little message that says what time to expect me to be live so that I can reveal this. Okay, it'll probably be about this time because we have to wait 24 hours. All right, and that's all. I hope you guys had a little bit of fun, found some cool new crafty things to work on. And, oh, hold on a minute. Used to make necklace at the craft convention. Oh, Kathleen. Hi, Barb. So Instagram was not scrolling for me and it was acting weird. And so I missed all of your comments. Okay. Well, very cool. Okay. All right. Meet me back here tomorrow. Same place. I'll let you know what time on the channel and I'll put it out on my socials so that you guys know. Have a great night and we will chat later.